welcome to the DBTV Sports broadcast for Week 5. We've got a show jam-packed with tournament news as well as a look at the football team's spring scrimmage. I'm Jacqueline Hong.
And I'm Sophia Chang. We also have the latest on the futures of two of the basketball team's most important underclassmen. Let's get started. Though the Women's Gymnastics Championships were this past Friday, UCLA still finds itself in the hunt for that elusive 100th national championship. The women's gymnastics team had a chance at the 100th NCAA title but fell short, placing 4th overall at the NCAA Super 6 Finals in Utah. Despite the tough season, lack of national experience, and injuries among the girls, the Bruins were able to finish with a total score of 196.925, just behind Georgia's winning score of 197.85. Junior Tasha Schweikert was the Bruins' highest scorer with a score of 39.575. Senior Ashley Peckett was also a big contributor in her last UCLA competition with a score of 39.325.
In other tournament news, the UCLA women's water polo team broke Stanford's 22-game-winning streak when the Bruins took top spot in this week's MPSF championship. They toppled the first-seeded Cardinal with a final score of 9-3. The Bruins put forth a strong defensive effort throughout the match, while senior driver Kelly Rulon dominated on offense, scoring a hat trick in the first quarter. She is now only 3 goals away from becoming UCLA's top all-time scorer. Look for the Bruins in the NCAA championship 2 weeks from now in Los Alamitos.
While fans of the gymnastics and water polo teams are marking the close of their seasons, Bruin football fans are looking forward to this fall. And this past Friday, they were granted a sneak peek at what's in store for the upcoming season. Reporter Corinne Crockett takes us to the team's annual spring game.
Fans watched from up high as the Bruins warmed up below in Spalding Field on Friday night. UCLA hosted its own Friday Night Lights event as the football team played a practice game on campus. Students, alumni, and all fans alike enjoyed the convenient location, the spirited atmosphere, and the on-field contests. The UCLA football team warmed up the crowd as well as their skills, while fans counted down until the game began. Ben Olsen, recently named starting quarterback, has yet to prove his potential for this coming year, after getting sacked 4 times during the game. While the defense continued to look solid, the offense looked shaky at times. However, the Bruin O-line is looking to improve this year under new offensive coordinator Jay Norvell. But it wasn't just the football team who contributed to the celebration. The one and only UCLA basketball team showed their support, with Luke Richard Mbamute, Russell Westbrook, and Alfred Aboya signing autographs for die-hard fans. Even the alumni marching band came to perform some traditional tunes. Fans are looking forward to the fall 2007 season, where UCLA hopes to achieve even greater heights than last year. For Daily Bruin TV, this is Corinne Crockett reporting.
You can catch the Bruin football team this fall at the Rose Bowl.
Things are heating up on the diamond for UCLA. Before a sellout crowd, the 12th-ranked UCLA football team beat 13th-ranked Oregon State in a 5-3 victory Sunday. The win was part of the Bruins' 3-game sweep over the Oregon schools. Pitcher Angelica Selden set a new school record with her 1,096th career strikeout. The softball Bruins have won 7 of their last 9 games for the overall score of 33-13. Meanwhile, the baseball team won their 12th straight Pac-10 game against Arizona on Saturday. Though they fell to the Wildcats by a score of 5-3 on Sunday, the 12 victories in Pac-10 play represent the team's best conference winning streak in 80 years.
In other Pac-10 action, the UCLA track and field teams experienced the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat this past weekend versus a crosstown force known as USC. Women's track was able to beat USC for the 15th year in a row with a final score of 98-65. Many athletes accomplished lifetime and season bests, including Nicole Leach, who now holds the world's best mark for the 400-meter hurdles competition. The Bruins proudly won 13 of the 19 events and 5 points toward earning the Gauntlet Trophy. The men's track team were not so lucky as they ended their 5-year winning streak versus USC with a final score of 84-79. The Bruins were able to win 3 events, including steeplechase, discus, and 500-meter dash, leaving the rivals all tied up until the final event. However, the Bruins were only able to earn second place in the 400-meter relay, leaving the Trojans with the victory. Stay tuned for updates, as these teams will now compete for Pac-10 honors.
Now we leave you tonight with some exciting news for Bruin basketball fans, as sophomores Darren Collison and Luke Richard Mbamute announced their intentions to return to school next year. Here's Courtney Bowman with a look at what this means for the Bruins.
On Wednesday, sophomores Darren Collison and Luke Richard Mbamute erased any anxieties about their futures by announcing their intentions to stay at UCLA for their junior seasons. The return of these 2 veterans is welcome news for those disheartened by junior Aaron Aflalo's departure for the NBA draft. Collison averaged the most minutes per game of any Bruin this season, and it's not hard to see why. The sophomore filled departing point guard Jordan Farmar's shoes fairly easily, stepping up his game and becoming a true leader on the court. Collison was the Pac-10 steals leader with a total of 78 on the season and was second in the conference in assists. Sophomore forward Luke Richard Mbamute also announced his decision to stay. Though he faltered a little after a stellar first season in which he was named Pac-10 Freshman of the Year, he was still a valuable presence in the paint. His 7.4 boards per game made him the team's rebound leader this past season. These 2 Bruins don't know anything other than postseason trips to the Final Four, and their return assures that a core of the championship-hungry squad will be back on the court next season. For Daily Bruin TV, this is Courtney Bowman.
Well, that's all the sports news we have for you tonight. Be sure to tune in to the DBTV News broadcast on Thursday, and check out the Daily Bruin website during the week for updates.
Thanks for watching and have a good night.